most obvious attention seeker you've ever caught red-handed. Because I watched a girl fake a stroke on a school stage, and the way she got exposed still makes me laugh a year later. Priya was the kind of person who couldn't let anyone else have a moment. Someone gets a good grade back. She suddenly remembers a family tragedy nobody had heard about before. Someone's boyfriend looks at her funny. She's crying in the bathroom for 45 minutes with 3 other girls consoling her. But the strangest thing at our school wasn't any of that. It was the lockers. Random lockers up and down the science hallway kept getting jammed shut with gum in the locks. Always on days when something big was happening for someone else. The day the robotics team got their state acceptance letter taped to the announcement board. The day a junior got his early admission email and told the whole lunch table. Nobody put it together at first because Priya was always standing right there, phone out, filming everyone else's reaction like she was just documenting the chaos out of concern. She even posted a story captioning it, "Some people are so petty, SMH," tagging nobody, which in hindsight was the whole point. Then our custodian, Mr. Alvarez, found a pack of gum shoved behind a trash can near the lockers with a name written on the wrapper in Sharpie. Not exactly subtle. Priya Kapoor. She told people someone must have stolen her gum and planted it, which, sure, that's a thing people do. Steal someone's gum specifically to frame them for locker vandalism. People started calling her Gum Girl behind her back for about 2 weeks. You'd think that would be enough to make anyone lay low. Instead, she leveled up. Suddenly, Priya had a rotating cast of medical crises. One week it was migraines so bad she had to lie down in the nurse's office during a pep rally where the volleyball team was getting recognized. The next it was panic attacks that started, without fail, right after someone else got applauded for something. When my friend Dana got named valedictorian at the junior awards assembly, Priya doubled over gasping for air 2 rows behind her, before Dana had even sat back down. When the school musical cast list went up and Priya wasn't in the lead, she was too dizzy to stand by 3rd period. Mrs. Okafor, our nurse, started keeping what I later learned was basically a log, because she noticed the pattern too. Nothing ever happened during a normal Tuesday quiz. It only ever happened during assemblies announcements, or right after somebody else got good news. The breaking point was the spring showcase. A sophomore named Marisol had been rehearsing a dance solo for months. She'd choreographed it herself, and half the school had seen her practicing in the gym before first period for weeks. Everyone was genuinely excited because Marisol was quiet, and this was clearly her moment. She walked out under the lights, the music started, and right as she hit her first move, Priya let out this horrible strangled scream from the 3rd row and slid out of her seat onto the auditorium floor, arms locked stiff, head jerking to one side, complete chaos. Teachers sprinting down the aisle, someone yelling to call the front office. Marisol just stood frozen on stage, mid-pose, watching every single head in the room turn away from her. The music kept playing to an audience that had stopped looking. 2 parents in the front row were filming Priya on the ground instead of their own kids in the show. The paramedics arrived within minutes and took her out to the hallway to assess her while the show got paused. I'd been assigned to hand out programs near the side doors, so I ended up close enough to hear through the propped open exit. They were checking her pulse and shining a light in her eyes, asking her to squeeze their hands, and she wasn't responding to any of it. Eyes shut, totally limp, breathing slow, and even like she was asleep instead of seizing. One of the paramedics murmured something to the other about her vitals being completely stable. Nothing consistent with what they'd been told happened. He tried her name a few more times. Nothing. Then he leaned down close and said, loud enough that I clearly heard it this time, that if she didn't respond in the next few seconds, standard protocol for an unresponsive patient meant they'd need to start an IV line right there in the hallway. Priya's eyes flew open so fast one of the paramedics actually flinched. She sat straight up, blinking around like she'd just been pulled out of a dream, asking what happened, where she was, why everyone was staring, completely disoriented, completely rehearsed, completely too late, because half the tech crew was standing in that hallway with me, and every one of us had heard exactly how fast she'd woken up. By Monday, it wasn't a rumor anymore, it was just fact. Marisol got asked by 3 different people to send her dance video around again since everyone